Alright, I'm going to walk you through the instructions on create and edit a Excel spreadsheet. I have my instructions on the left side of my screen, which you have on either your left or your side of your screen. I have mine split screen, so hopefully it will look more like yours. If not, you will be taking up the whole window and it'll look slightly different, but it's basically the same. Alright, so I've already opened up a Excel spreadsheet, a fresh one, and I'm going to go to File, Save As, Google Drive, Save As, and type your name, dash, Excel, create, and edit, or you could just copy and paste what I had and type your name over your name and save it. Step number 3, double click the cell A1 and type your name. Hit enter to exit the cell and move to the cell below. Hover your mouse over the vertical line on the right of the column A, right here, until you see the arrow pointing left and right, or the arrows pointing left and right, like this. Double click when the cursor looks like the arrows to auto adjust the column width to the contents. Now click the cell A2, A2. Then click the formula bar, which is up here, to start typing in the cell. This is just another way to start typing in the cell. For A2, the formula bar, start typing my class schedule, or you could copy and paste what I told you to type. Hit enter. Your cursor, or your selected cell, your active cell, should be moved to A3, which it did. Okay? Step number 8, in A3, type first period, hit enter. In A4, type second period, hit enter again. Step number 10, click A3 once. You see how this is a big, fat, white plus sign, or whatever you want to call it? That's what we're looking for when we're trying to just select something and not type in it. So you click it once and drag the cursor down so you select both A3 and A4. A3 and A4. Okay, step 11. When both are selected, click the green square, which is this little guy, till you see this little black plus sign, in the bottom right corner and drag it down to row 9. Dragging down to row 9. See how it shows a preview of what's going to be put in those cells? Down to row 9, 7th period. And let go. This copies the quote-unquote formula and follows the pattern and fills it continuing on that pattern. It saw that we had said first, second, third, or whatever, and it copied that pattern. Which is, less typing for you. Okay, step 12. Click to type in the cell B3. So B3. You can double click it, you can click and then type in the formula, I don't care. And type all the classes next to the corresponding class period, which means, what's your first period class? Well, mine is CBA. My second period is computer science, so I'm going to say comp sci. Third period is my conference, and I'm hitting enter every time to go to the cell below. And that's the online class. Fifth period is CBA, sixth period is CBA, and seventh period is comp sci again. Notice how it starts filling in that same class for me. If you hit tab, it fills it in the rest for me. Okay. Notice how these are kind of cut off by the line. We'll adjust that in a second. Scrolling down to step 13 on the instructions, select the cells A2 to B2. So A2 to B2. I just kind of clicked and dragged in the middle of it. Not here on the line, in the very middle of the cell. If you try to grab it right here, it'll move the whole thing. We do not want that. We just want to select it, okay? We're going to merge and center these. So click the button, merge and center in the alignment group on the home tab. Click it. And it merged these two columns, or these two cells in these columns, and centered the contents. Okay? Do the same merge and center to the cells containing your name. So A and B, merge and center. Click on the column heading for column B. Right here. Click. Scrolling down. Click the cells group, or go to the cells group, and click Format. It may look a little different on your screen, but it's the same idea. Click Format, and click Auto Fit Column Width. Click it, and that's another way to adjust the column width to its contents. It adjusts to the longest thing in its column. Alright? Auto-fit the contents of, that was step 18, auto-fit the contents of column A2. This is the column that contains the class periods. So go over here to column A, click on it. I don't care how you adjust it. You can either do it the same way or just go to the right side and double click. Either way works. Alright, formatting. Single click A3, and select the cells A3 through A9. And because these are all basically the same size, it won't really make a huge difference, but we're going to do it anyway. Step 20, click the right align right, or whatever, in the alignment group. So, you can't tell a whole lot, but it's there, I promise. Select the cells B3 through B9. B3 through B9. Again, make sure it's the fat plus sign and not this little skinny thing. Okay? So you've selected these, and you go to Center Align, or Align Center, whatever you want to call it. Scroll down. Step 22. Right-click, column label B. Right-click, and go down to Insert. This will insert a column to the left, which it did. Right-click the new column B, which is empty, besides these two rows. Right-click, go down to column width, and click this. Type the number 2. And say OK. This just gives a little bit of space between these two columns and just makes it a little bit more visually appealing. Okay? Scrolling down to step 24, click and drag down from A1 to A9. A1 to A9. Notice, because these are merged, it selected just everything all the way down. So then it selected the cells A1 to C9. Okay? Continuing with the instructions on the next page. Click the Borders arrow, which is in the font group. The arrow, so you can get these other options. Click All Borders. Click the arrow again, and click Thick Outside Borders. Okay? Just so you know, if you wanted to print this, don't actually print it, but if you wanted to, you would go to File, Print, and you would print it. If you want to see the print preview, you can see that right here and how it has those outside borders. Going back, because we don't want to actually do that. So if you haven't done it already, you do File, Save As, and name it. If you've already saved it and named it correctly, hit Save. And you're done. Submit it to Google Classroom as soon as it saves to your drive.